Hey everybody, Norm from Tested here at Monsterpalooza 2019. Now this is David Gutierrez of Special Creations. It's the first time we've seen you at Monsterpalooza, but you've been doing your work, it sounds like, for decades, David. David, tell me about what things you make.
I've been doing this since the early 90s. I started out making just the dioramas, but I thought I wanted to make something that was functional that you could actually use. So I got the idea of building the lamps and the fountains and the clocks and incorporating the figures with them. So
it's such a clever idea. I was drawn to the booth because of the dioramas themselves. I'm seeing these characters I recognize, from Harryhausen skeletons to superheroes, and then I look up and I'm like, oh, they're display pieces that could fit naturally in a home.
Yeah, hopefully.
Now tell me about the diorama making process. Are these one-offs, or are these things that you mold and create multiples of?
No, most of the figures, some of them are model kits, some of them are action figures. I usually try to shape it or pose it in whatever pose I think is going to work. And then I paint it and then build a diorama around the figure. So like Predator is naturally in a jungle scene, which fits perfectly with the fountain.
So David, these sound like they're one-offs, right?
Yes.
Can you talk to me about then the fabrication of the dioramas themselves? What type of materials are you using?
Yes, some of the materials are like foam, natural wood, plastic, some vinyl, whatever I can find to use to create the effect that I want for each particular lamp. So.
What's striking to me is the effect is so varied. It's not just forest effects, which we think of in scale model making.
Yeah.
You can buy foliage, like you're doing urban environments. You're actually also putting them into domestic environments too.
Yeah.
You have characters playing chess with each other.
Yeah.
So part of your fun must be in the fabrication of these tiny pieces.
Definitely. Every time I get an opportunity to get a new idea, it's so much fun just creating it and doing it. And people seem to like the variety, and that each figure belongs in its own space, so that we create whatever figure, whatever space will complement that figure. So,
because they are lamps and you have the light and they serve the purpose of illuminating a room, do you also think about how the light drops onto the diorama itself?
Oh, definitely, yeah. Some of the pieces I build will actually lit from the bottom to create kind of an eerie effect, you know, and that, like, especially for the Frankenstein and the Universal monsters, that really makes them stand out. So.
In the world of model kits, we've seen creature model kits kind of dwindle over time. You've been doing this for 25 years now, and now there are more superhero stuff, more action figures. What do you see yourself doing going forward now that the landscape has kind of been shifting?
Yeah, well, whenever a blockbuster movie comes out, like Avengers or something like that, I try to find figures and build a diorama that will accent that particular movie. When Harry Potter first came out, I must have sold 30 Harry Potter lamps, because at the time all of the characters were so popular, and so I kind of flow with what's going on in the environment at the time. You know.
And as a model maker, it presents different challenges for you, because then you're building their worlds and their environments.
Yeah,
Harry Potter castles, Aquaman under ocean seabeds. Yeah. What a fun canvas to think of this.
It is. It's a lot of fun. It's like a hobby that I can also make a little bit of money at. So yeah, and I love the creative process.
It definitely is creative. Now, I know you have units here that people are already buying at Monsterpalooza. Can people find you online and pick these up?
I have a card with my email address on it. I don't have a website at the time, but I do a lot of custom work. People contact me and they describe what they want, and if I can do it for them, then we take care of it. And I've shipped all over the world, so I've just been fortunate that people like what I'm doing.
It definitely is stunning, and great to meet you at Monsterpalooza.
Thank you, Norman.
It's been a pleasure.
All right.